Welcome. My name is Diana Waring, and I'm glad you're here. Have you ever noticed that your kids are not little replicas of you? While you might absolutely adore sitting for hours curled up with a book, one of your kids prefers to climb trees. That can cause some challenges when it comes to school, which often looks more like sitting down with a book than climbing up in a tree. Or you might easily share verbally every thought that comes your way, while one of your kids takes lots of time to ponder before expressing things, which can make you crazy when you have to wait for them to answer your question about history or who started the squabble. You wish they would just spit it out so you can move on, right? For you, numbers might be your joy, but for one of your children, it might be sheer terror, and you can't understand what's the matter with them. In fact, it may feel like they're just being resistant out of stubbornness or spite. Or maybe you're the person who enjoys the quiet life, and you have a child who's constantly bugging you about going places and visiting friends, and it's destroying the carefully crafted vision you had for a peaceful homeschool. This is real life, isn't it? If only this child were different, then everything would go smoothly. Lurking in the back of your brain may be the question, why can't they just be more like me? So today, I have some visuals to help us understand why our kids are different. Let's start with you. Imagine that you are this lovely yellow duck. It's what a duck should look like. Yellow, orange beak, shaped like a duck. All right. And before you have your first child, you imagine that they're going to look just like this, an exact replica of you, only smaller. But somehow, when the first one is hatched, you discover these odd purple spots on your perfect yellow duckling. What's with this? Ducks don't have purple spots on them. And the next one that hatches is even more of a shock because it looks like this. A blue duckling with yellow spots? That's the wrong color. Ducks aren't supposed to come in blue. And for some of you, an even greater surprise is waiting because some of you actually discover that your newly hatched duckling is actually this. What is that anyway? It doesn't even look like a duck. That's more of a crazy chicken, isn't it? Is this ringing a bell for any of you? You're wondering what on earth happened because that child isn't anything like you. But here's the deal. God created each and every one of your precious children. And in his marvelous goodness, he's designed them with these unique qualities and characteristics so that they can accomplish amazing things. In fact, the ones that you find the most difficult to deal with, like this, might actually be the ones who will change the world. So love them. That's the first and most important step. And then meditate on the fact that they were designed by God. So all of these things that have been driving you crazy actually have purpose behind them. That's the second step, and it's just as critical as the first. And finally, as I talked about in the last video blog, enjoy these amazing children. They're a precious gift to you from a loving God. See you next time.